What's up, guys? This is the penultimate episode of Minesweeper Week. This is going to be tips and tricks before the big finale tomorrow. Let's just get into it. So, first question, what are the numbers? They're pretty important to how you play the game, but I've seen a lot of people can struggle with them. So, let's just take an example. This blank square is basically just a 0. So, what it means is that in this 9x9 area around it, there are 0 bombs. So you would know that every single area here is clear. Usually the game will do it for you though. But for another example, this one right here. This one means that in this 9x9 area, there is 1 bomb. Now this can be taken one of 2 ways. If you know that the rest of these are clear, the other 7 boxes, then you know that this has to be a bomb. Now, if you know that this is a bomb, and this is a 1, you know that the rest of these cannot be bombs, because if they were, it would be a 2 or higher. But it's not, it's a 1, and you know where the 1 is. Now, for something like 5, it's the same thing. There's 5 bombs around it, which means if you know that the 5 bombs are there, you know that these 3 are safe. If you know that these 3 are safe, you know that these 5 around it are bombs. And it really just takes a lot of thinking and stuff to make sure. You have to look around and see what are bombs and what aren't bombs. And then after that you get into shapes. So for the first shape, this is the most basic shape. It is basically what makes up every other shape. It's just the box. It is a mine with 8 ones surrounding it. Pretty basic. It shows up a lot. Next we have the capsule, which is basically just 2 boxes stacked on top of each other, if you can see that. Because there's the ones, and these 2s are because they're together. So if you see something like this, it's going to be a capsule. It has to be a capsule. If you see something like this, it could be a box, it could be a lot of things, because most of them are made of boxes. But if you see this, you know that's a capsule. Split, if you see this, that's a split. What it is like a capsule, but it's been spread out by an extra tile. And so, if you see the 2, the 1, and the 1, you know that basically everything in this entire area is clear. Except for these 2, obviously, because those are the bombs. Corner is just 2 boxes together, overlapping each other. And you can clearly see that here. And if you see something like this is a dead giveaway that there's a corner. And so you know that it has to be here and here. Line is just 3 boxes. It's just a longer capsule. This 3, the 3 with the 2, the 3 with the 2s on each side are basically what tells you that it's a line. Because when there's a 3, and they're not here, and they're not up here, you know that it has to be right down here. So it's kind of a dead giveaway. The big box, these ones don't show up that much. They're usually modified, which I'll get into, but they're just a bigger box, where instead of 1 mine, it's 4. Now this is the rarest thing to see in the game, a reverse box. This is the only orientation that an 8 can be in. Now things like 1, they can be like here, they could be like here, 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 here. 3s are even more flexible. You can have something like this, you could have 2 here, 1 here. There's a bunch of different options. But for an 8, this is the only way that it can go. And it gets a special name, the reverse box. Because instead of 1 surrounding a bomb, it's bombs surrounding an 8. And we'll see that right here. This is very rare. But I'm going to get into what mutated shapes are. So if you look around, you'll see that there's not a lot of perfect, which is what they're called, perfect shapes. You see a lot of strange things. But there are some perfects, like that 8. And I'd like to call attention to this perfect box right here, which means that it looks exactly how it's supposed to look. you have a bomb surrounded by ones. Now, for a mutated example, you have something like this. They're caused when two shapes overlap each other. So you can see here that you have a capsule-like thing right here, but it's overlapping with this corner design. As you can see, the 1 2 1, the 1 2 2 1. So that makes up a corner and a capsule. But since they're overlapping, instead of a 2, there's a 3 because it's right here. Now, it would be a 1 in this case. It would be a 2 in a capsule. So they add together to make a 3. And then over here, we have another corner. And a little bit of a capsule, a little bit of a big box. It's hard to tell. But really, it kind of gets overshadowed by the 7 here. And it should be a 2 if it was following the corner. It should be a bomb if it was following big box. But because it's been mutated, it's a different value than it was before. That's going to be it for today. So, see you tomorrow for the big finale.